Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Well, it has begun, the 2025 season of the Lancaster Stormers at Penn Medicine Park, and I am with the voice of the Stormers, Dave Collins. This is exciting, isn't it?
It is, Diane. I mean, it's been 20 years now. May 11th is the 20th anniversary of the opening of what's now Penn Medicine Park, and all the excitement that came with the first game. And you know, a lot of franchises can come and go over that time, but thanks to this community, and it's everything from the fans, the business community, the local political community, the media, so on and so forth, has been so supportive of what the Lancaster Stormers have been able to do in the Atlantic League that it's still a success story, and you don't often see that 20 years later, but yeah, here we are and still going strong.
And I think the attendance and the excitement has grown, hasn't it?
It's come back. I mean, obviously, we took a couple of hits that were sort of extraneous to what we do. The financial crash of 2008 did not help our cause, and then the pandemic certainly didn't help our cause. But I think we've rebounded from those two things to get to a really good level and a really good place.
Yeah. Well, the regular season runs May 2nd, I believe, through September 18th. Is that correct?
The home opener on the 2nd of May, and the 18th of September is the last day of the regular season, and hopefully postseason play beyond that. Yeah. We've got kind of a streak going, so we want to continue it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I think the positive energy is, too, with the people that are coming. But there's so much at the park to come out for the whole family, for friends, and just business associates too, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of hospitality areas. We've created a couple new ones. We recreate the food menu every year, so there are a lot of different items to come out and try this year. We've got a craft dog deck this year from Kunstler with Chicago dogs, Pittsburgh dogs, you name it, or just a plain old hot dog with mustard, because that can be my speed too. Yeah. And we've got waffles on a stick. We've got all kinds of fun new stuff. So it's part of this business is to keep it fresh every year, and I think our management's done a really good job of doing that.
Well, I know the food options get you really excited each year, so I know you're looking forward to it.
Oh, they do. I'm a guy. I mean, I love to eat. It comes with the territory.
So there's something for everyone, for the whole family, and there's a great kids park area there too.
Yeah, and again, that's something that has been recreated a few different times with some different things: mini golf, a rail ride. In various places to climb, and inflatables, as long as the weather is safe for those. There's been an unfortunate incident in our industry, so we want to make sure that those are up only when it's safe to have them up. But there's just a lot of neat stuff for the kids to do. Should they get antsy in the fifth inning of a ball game, they can go out there and blow off some steam.
Right, and we've got our team back as far as the announcers go and that sort of thing too, don't we?
Well, I'm certainly here, and we've got John Whitwer and Tom Richards in the sound room, which you never know what those two fellas are going to come up with at any given time. They crack me up. They're so energetic still. They're so creative, and John's been there since day one. Tom came in the second year. And just to have that regularity and two guys who have such an amazing feel for what we do.
Absolutely. There's great history there and camaraderie, and they crack each other up, and of course they crack the rest of us up too.
And at the same time, they're incredibly dedicated and professional with what they do.
Absolutely.
They're able to strike that balance.
Yes. So let's talk about the team for this year. What do you see?
It's exciting. We haven't had very good first halves for the last several years. We haven't had a first half where we finished over 500 since 2018. And I think we have the pieces in place to do that. I'm fairly excited about the pitching that's been put together, and the team on the field. We have some guys who are were Stormers in the past, missed last year and are back. They were either in Mexico last year or they've been injured. And with that, it's going to take some time to get reacclimated, I think. But we're talking 4 guys who have been star players here, not just some guy who showed up for 2 weeks and didn't do well. We're talking 4 guys who have been really, really top flight players in the Atlantic League. So if that can get going over time, there's a chance for us to produce a lot of excitement this year. But very often it's not where you start in this league; it's where you finish. It's the pieces you pick up along the way, and that's why Ross and Troy are always looking.
Yeah, and that's what, keeps it interesting in a sense, too. I mean, we've got the history that you're talking about, but you just never know when you're going to have to change around with players, things that happen in this league.
There are very often are times, last year we hit it the second half of June where we were really depleted with injuries, with guys who had been whose contracts had been purchased by organizations. Minnesota, in the case of 3 of our players, were taken by the Twins last year, and we had lost 3 guys to foreign entities, and it can be really hard finding players in June. And we were at a point, the second half of June last year, we had come within a game of York for first place on the heels of a league record tying and club record setting 15-game winning streak. And we were hotter than all get out, but our roster was just shredded. And I remember Ross Peoples getting on the bus one night saying, I don't know what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks. We'll be fine in 2 weeks. Because he knew we were getting reinforcements in, but we went through that lull period, and that lull period was really painful, and we just fell out of contention in the first half. We just didn't have enough firepower at that point to compete. I think we're a little more bolstered against that this year, but it's going to happen. We're going to lose guys. Guys are going to get signed by major league organizations or go to Mexico or go to Taiwan or Korea. And we know that's part of the Atlantic League. That's actually what makes the Atlantic League work. It's why players want to come here, is because they have that opportunity to be here, to be seen, to move on.
Right.
So it's the attraction of coming to the Atlantic League for ball players. Now you do get guys, we hear this all the time, how much they love being here and how much they love playing in Lancaster, but it's not, nor should it be, the end goal for them. This should be considered a place where they get rejuvenated.
Yeah. Well, Ross has a wonderful attitude with the team and bringing in players and being able to go with what happens in a split second, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, Ross is first and foremost a people person. He understands team psychology and individual psychology very, very well. But I think team psychology first and foremost, and he really looks for guys as much as you would scout how well they can hit and throw and pitch and so on and so forth. He scouts personalities.
Wow.
He vets people on their character side very, very strongly. He believes in that because, and I think you see it in the Atlantic League, these guys are together for 5 months. If you include spring training, a little bit over 5 months. And for everything still to be clicking in August and September, they have to be having a fun summer.
Yeah.
And to be having a fun summer, you have to have great camaraderie in the clubhouse. Otherwise, you get some negativity in the clubhouse, it gets really old really fast. And then suddenly you become more aware of your other circumstances.
Right.
But if you're having fun here, and I think Ross has been able to create that atmosphere with the guys he brings in and his own personality and the coaching staff that we have, where the players, one, they know they're learning.
Right.
If you're a pitcher, you're going to learn from Mark Johnson. If you're a hitter, you're going to learn from Trayvon Robinson, and you're going to learn to think the game from Ross and Troy. So I think you're just, I think guys come here, they feel like they're moving forward, and they're having a darn good time with this ball club and in this community on top of that. And I think that's why you see the success that the Stormers have in the second half.
And this is a good place for the players to come in this league, to come to this team, isn't it?
Well, first of all, they realize Lancaster's a great community. In a lot of cases, it's one they're not familiar with, but when they get here, they really enjoy it. Two, we have an incredible fan base that makes sure that these guys are taken care of.
Yeah.
Our fans, our booster club, I think they tend to make the season special also.
Yeah, right.
With what they provide, whether it's little gift bags or just the support, a positive comment here, whatever. It helps to make Stormers baseball what it is.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a brief pause. When we come back, we're going to talk about things that are going on special days and special events that are going on all season. Stay with us. You're watching Lancaster Community TV, LCTV 66. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about Lancaster Stormers at Penn Medicine Park with the voice of the Stormers, Dave Collins. So we were talking about the team. We're going to talk about some of the things that are going on that I know you who attend are going to know about. Once again, Wednesdays are always Wet Nose Wednesday. So what does that really mean, Dave?
Well, it means dogs get to buy a ticket and bring their humans.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's what it means.
I think that's what, I think you're right.
Yeah, the dogs treat one Wednesday and the humans treat the next. It's just all part of that familial relationship. But
yeah.
No, it's we have these Wednesday nights where you can bring your dog, hence the wet nose, since that's a sign of a healthy dog.
Yeah.
And they get to roam around on the lawn out in left field and have a good time with their owners and a good night out where they're not penned in the house or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's also AAA Wednesday. You get $4 off a field box seat with your card. So that's good to know.
That always helps.
It does. So Thursday is Military and Senior Day, right?
Yeah, it's we have a couple of different things with the seniors. We've got the Silver Stormers Club on Tuesday night. Fans 55 and over get the 10 Tuesday games at a pretty steep discount, and that they come out en masse on Tuesday nights. It's a great way to fill what's generally an off night in our business.
Yeah.
And we see them out there probably wearing their red Silver Stormer shirts and having a good time at the stadium.
It's fun.
It's one of my favorite things that we do.
Yeah.
And then seniors get discounts on Thursday, military get in free, and the guys wear military camo uniforms on those Thursday nights.
Oh, that's great. Friday, well, it's WellSpan Health Fun. There's appearances and entertainment all season long.
Yeah, we have post-game concerts. This is something we did a few years ago, and we brought it back this year to just make Friday night a little more special, elongate it a bit. We have a different group every Friday night home game, including our friend Tom Richards. He has his band Andorra out there one Friday night.
All right.
And one of those nights is karaoke night, which has the potential to be a lot of fun, just as long as they don't ask me.
Okay, well, there you go.
Singing is no, we don't want to.
We'll keep you at announcing.
We don't want to do this.
Hey, Friday and Sundays, kids get to run the bases. What fun that is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's as soon as the game is over, we have them line up down at Section 6 by first base, and they get to run from first base or around toward home plate and have as much fun with it as they want.
Doesn't get any
Silo
better
might
than
chase
that.
them.
Well, there you go. That's fun. So Friday nights are fun with the fireworks, and that's Penn Medicine is sponsoring that.
It's opening night, Friday night, and then I think it's Saturday the rest of the year for the fireworks nights.
So there'll be fireworks. Just look at the schedule at LancasterStormers.com. We'll throw that in here too. And then Sundays, there's a pregame catch on the field. That's fun too, isn't it?
It's all about having fun for all ages at the stadium, and it's one way for families to bond. Whatever your definition of your family would be, but the idea is, Mom and Dad go out and have a catch with the kids. Sort of, it goes back to the whole Field of Dreams, Ray and John Kinsella idea. Hey Dad, let's have a catch. So I think that's what we're trying to recreate. We don't, with the artificial surface now, we don't have to worry about kids running on the dirt and ruining the dirt or whatever before a game. So just go out there and have fun with it.
Isn't Sunday also Superhero Day too?
Yeah, it's not. Kids design the Sunday jerseys. The guys wear. There are three or four different ones. So the idea of uniformity in the uniforms kind of goes out the window because there are about 4 different looks out there. But yeah, it's fun because it's for the kids.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of fun things that are going on during the season, and we talk about uniforms. Well, there's Scout Sleepover, isn't there? And that's, I think, on June 20th. That's a really interesting event.
It is because we clear the stadium and then scouts and parents, whatever, can come in, pitch tents. We have a movie for them, kids oriented movie on the big screen in left center field, and then we turn the stadium lights off around midnight or so, and get everybody up about 7 o'clock in the morning. Somebody provides breakfast. We usually get something in bulk for breakfast for the kids, and then they're off the field, and just hope it doesn't rain overnight or something like that. We usually try to, if the weather forecast is bad, we'll cancel that and reschedule it. But other than that, I think it's a really fun night for the kids. Hey, I got to sleep in center field.
Oh, absolutely. It really is. There's a lot of other things you do, too. Like there's a youth lacrosse night, a karaoke night, also in June. Youth tennis night in July, and girls' night out. And that's in July, too.
Yeah, I mean, we try to do something to reach every demographic we can think of.
Right.
Along the way over the course of a season. So we understand that not every kid who's a potential Stormers fan plays baseball or softball. Some play tennis, some play lacrosse, some swim, some play golf. So we try and have a night for everything.
Oh, absolutely. There's also a rock, paper, scissors shoot championship, I'm told.
So that ought to be fun.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun.
Except I think it should be baseball, paper, scissors.
Star Wars is always a hit there that night, isn't it?
Yeah, we have some Star Wars characters out there complete with the lightsabers and put on the whole Star Wars theme. Turn our stadium into Tatooine or whatever. I know more about Star Wars from Weird Al Yankovic than I actually know from watching the movies. So I've never been a fan.
That says something.
I watched the first one, 5 decades ago or however long ago it was, and it's not a genre that I necessarily get into. I get into more philosophical science fiction than gadgetry and weird characters. So
there's also a Grandparents' Day coming up in September.
Yay for grandparents!
And yes, an umpire referee appreciation night, and we need to do that too.
Wait a minute. We appreciate umpires and referees.
Well, yes, that's what it says.
We're turning over a new leaf, apparently. No, we do. Yeah. You can't have sports without them.
Absolutely.
They get maligned, but they actually, for the most part, do a great job.
Yeah.
And there'd be chaos if you didn't have them.
So you need to go to LancasterStormers.com to find out about all the home games, what's going on, all the special events, to get your tickets, that sort of thing. But we were talking about food earlier, because I know that's really important to you. You mentioned some of the things that are new, but some of the things that have been there that maybe people don't know about, we need to remind them that are there, are what?
Oh, your standard ballpark fare for one thing. We're doing our own chicken sandwiches this year. Fuddruckers is still there on the first base side, and some way, shape, or form, you always have a pizza type item. Fries, desserts, so on and so forth. Health food, especially with the new tie-in with Penn Medicine and LGH. We're going to make sure we have some healthy food options out there. But there are 3 new stands I think that are really worth talking about. One is the Loaded Tots, calling it the Bases Loaded Tots.
Okay.
and we have Philly cheesesteak, we have chicken fajita, and some other topping styles. We have a waffle stand called Batter Up.
Right.
And
I love that. That's good.
It's waffle on a stick.
Okay.
I'm curious to see how this works.
Well, we'll probably see you with one of those at least several times.
It's chocolate dipped. It's meant more to be dessert than anything else. It's chocolate dipped, and you've got some different toppings. You got nuts. You got sprinkles, so on and so forth. Or you can get a waffle ice cream sandwich, which I think is great for a summer night.
There are all sorts of beverages too, aren't there?
We carry Pepsi products.
Okay.
And then you've got still the craft beers and the domestic beers and the like. So you've got a lot of options on beverages as well. We have Kunstler has a craft dog deck this year. It's out at the Broken Bat. It's going to be. We have Chicago dogs, which I've had once in my life. I've had a Chicago dog, and it was truly an amazing thing. Of course, I had it in Chicago, but it was a wonderful thing. There are Pittsburgh dogs that come with fries. We have a surf and turf dog with shrimp. Okay.
Well, I think you.
Well, I love the idea, but it's we got a lot of possibilities. But you could just get a plain old ballpark hot dog with mustard. Okay. There's no better standard for going out to a baseball game than that.
So come to eat and then watch the game. Right?
Yeah, bring your appetite.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and it's really going to be a lot of fun. So we are into the season. Regular season goes up to September 18th, and then hopefully postseason as well. Hopefully
postseason play again. We're on a streak of 3 straight years in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's a record for the franchise. We're looking to stretch that record to 4.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking time. We look forward to seeing you there, and we look forward to seeing you at Penn Medicine Park for Lancaster Stormers baseball this year. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.